Johnny Ray Cash stood before renowned music producer Sam Phillips with his guitar in hand, and this was the moment that he had been waiting for. He and his bandmates started playing a song, a gospel song about the love of God and the peace that he feels in his heart. But his performance was cut short by Mr. Phillips. He told a young Cash that he wasn't interested. And this could have been the end to an American icon. But Johnny Cash inquired further. He needed to know why he wasn't good enough. He'd been waiting for this, dreaming of it for so long, and he had to understand what was he missing. And this moment is so powerfully captured in the film Walk the Line. And it was at this moment that the truth would be revealed. The real truth. The famed producer challenged Johnny's authenticity. I mean, imagine that of all the artists in the world, Johnny Cash is most known as being the real deal. But quite frankly, in that moment, he didn't believe any of the words that Johnny was singing. So he responded thus.
If you was hit by a truck and you were lying out in that gutter dying and you had time to sing one song, one song people would remember before your dirt. One song that would let God know what you felt about your time here on earth. One song that would sum you up. You telling me that's the song you'd sing? That same Jimmy Davis tune we hear on the radio all day about your peace within and how it's real and how you're going to shout it? Or would you sing something different? Something real, something you felt? Because I'm telling you right now, that's the kind of song people want to hear. That's the kind of song that truly saves people. It ain't got nothing to do with believing in God, Mr. Cash. It has to do with believing in yourself.
So Johnny took a beat and then he proceeded to play Folsom Prison Blues, where he uttered that famous line, "I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die." And that changed everything. Cash became a legend and an icon, not just because he was emulating the gospel and country singers that preceded him, but because when he sang, we believed everything he said was true. He hit the world like a ton of bricks with his brutal, honest poetry and grave baritone voice that demanded people pay attention. We may have missed out on one of the most beloved artists of all time if Johnny continued to just try to fit the mold. And these are the questions he had to answer, and these are the ones that you have to answer as an artist who wants to make an impact. And this is the spirit that I channeled when I decided to make my first feature film. I wrote and directed, and I had no money, but I knew that I needed to do something, say something with my art before I wanted to do it before I was 40. I knew that this was my one moment to say what I needed to say as an artist, and I had to take that risk. That when I'm dead and gone, this remnant of my art, no matter what the market was asking for, would tell the people who saw it what was in my soul. I wrote a poem as a film. I created a dream rather than just a story. And while this may not have been the smartest career move for this industry, without this boldness and this commitment to action, to say the truth in my heart, I never really would have known my own identity as an artist. Like known it through the manifestation and doing of the thing. You can theorize it, but until you do it and you embody it, you don't really know. And there are so many other heroes of ours that you can look towards, not as trend chasers, but as soul shakers. Our work as artists is to embody that same spirit of the ones we admire, but to find our own unique frequency instead of copying their style. So I encourage you creators to stop looking at the externals, drop into the core of your own heart and soul, and then speak from that spiritual center. It is the only truth to stand in. Everything else is just feigning performance, hoping that people will like you and approve of your talents. And this is not the calling of an artist. The artist is called to venture into their own personal void the rest of the world dare not enter. Then give voice to the truths that feel dangerous, illicit, intimate, in your own specific way. Draw it, play it, sing it, write it. No one will care about your art until you have something you're willing to die to say with it. So if you had one song, one painting, one story that you could tell before you were dirt and forgotten, what is it? Venture there and you will find your authentic voice. That's the kind of art that can truly save people's lives. And it may just save your own.